The Galaxy S26 Ultra might be getting an upgrade that sounds almost boring at first glance. Faster RAM, I know, it doesn't exactly make your heart race. But here's the twist. This change could actually have a surprisingly big impact on the phone you hold in your hand every day. When we hear about new smartphone features, we usually expect something flashy, bigger cameras, more megapixels, wild AI tricks. But in this case, Samsung's rumored move to ultra-fast, physically thinner RAM might be one of those quiet upgrades that changes more than you think. And no, I'm not just talking about apps opening a split second faster. Let's start with the obvious. The S25 Ultra was already ridiculously fast. Apps launch instantly, multitasking feels effortless, and the performance ceiling is so high most of us never even hit it. That's why when I first saw faster RAM in the leak, my reaction was basically meh. What's the point of making something that's already lightning quick just a bit quicker? But then the real benefit clicked. This isn't just about speed, it's about space. The new RAM modules are thinner, and in smartphone design, every single millimeter matters. We're talking about some of the most tightly packed consumer electronics on the planet. By making the RAM physically smaller, Samsung can free up a little extra room inside the S26 Ultra's chassis. Now, what could you do with that extra space? Well, rumor has it, and this is where it gets exciting, Samsung might be using it to fit in a larger battery. And that is the kind of upgrade everyone notices. Think about it, batteries are one of the few parts of a phone that can directly change your daily experience in a big way. A slightly bigger battery can mean an extra hour or two of use before you have to plug in. That's more time for streaming, gaming, video calls, or snapping photos without worrying you'll be hunting for a charger before dinner. It's a bit ironic, isn't it? The headline feature is faster RAM, but the real win for most people could be bigger battery. And this wouldn't be the first time a behind-the-scenes hardware change leads to a major quality of life improvement. If we look back at smartphone history, some of the best upgrades have been the ones you don't notice directly. Lighter internal components, more efficient chips, better cooling systems. They might not sound exciting in a keynote, but they make the device feel better to use every single day. And that's probably what Samsung is aiming for here. Sure, the performance benchmarks will go up, and tech reviewers will do their side-by-side app launch tests. But for the average person, the difference you'll feel is this. Your phone lasts longer on a single charge, stays cool under heavy use, and maybe even charges faster if Samsung pairs this with improved power management. Of course, there's another angle here. Thinner RAM chips also mean more flexibility for design. Even if Samsung doesn't give us a bigger battery, they could use that space for improved camera hardware, better speakers, or more advanced cooling. It's the kind of engineering decision that opens up possibilities for multiple areas of improvement in the years ahead. Now, will the Galaxy S26 Ultra be a revolutionary leap forward? Probably not. The days of year-over-year phone revolutions are behind us, but this kind of thoughtful, under-the-hood refinement is exactly what keeps premium smartphones feeling fresh and relevant. Personally, I think the magic of this upgrade is in how indirect it is. You buy the phone thinking faster RAM, but months later you realize you're charging less often, your battery health is holding up better, and everything just feels a bit more efficient. That's the kind of upgrade you don't get bored of. So, if you're looking at the Galaxy S26 Ultra leaks and thinking, that's it? Just faster RAM, remember, the best changes aren't always the most obvious ones. Sometimes, shaving a fraction of a millimeter off a single component can give you hours more battery life. And in a world where we live our lives through these devices, that's not just a nice-to-have, it's a genuine improvement. The S26 Ultra might not grab headlines with this move, but when you're halfway through your day and your battery is still sitting pretty, you'll know exactly why that boring RAM upgrade actually mattered. What's your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments section. See you in the next video. Take care.